Hello, creators. Here's the scoop on our virtual group coaching and in-person retreat schedule for 2025 and 2026. We are offering our 3-month weekly virtual coaching group starting March 11th, 2025. It runs weekly for 12 weeks. It's an amazing, affordable option to get the support you need in an environment with other wellness business owners going through the same experiences that you are. It's limited to 8 people, so you really do get an individualized experience out of it as well. You can find all of the details and apply for the group by heading to wellnesscentercreators.com/group-coaching. Our next in-person retreat will take place on September 22nd through 25th, 2026. We will open early bird registration in 2025, so be on the lookout for that. You can learn more about the retreat and which track will be the right fit for you by heading to wellnesscentercreators.com/retreats. Both of these offerings are great for business owners at any stage of their business, and feel free to email me directly at kendall@wellnesscentercreators.com with any questions. Today's episode is sponsored by Jane, a clinic management software and EMR. Waiting on hold isn't anyone's idea of time well spent, especially when you're busy providing exceptional care to your patients and clients and running your clinic. The Jane team knows how valuable your time is. That's why they work hard to keep call wait times to an average of 2 minutes. This means you can get quick answers to your clinic questions and head into your weekend with one less task on your to-do list. Plus, unlimited phone, email, and live chat support from their team of friendly humans is included in every Jane subscription. So, no matter where you're at on your Jane journey, they're always there to lend a hand. To see how Jane can help you take back your personal time, head to jane.app to book a one-on-one demo, or use the code wellness1mo at sign-up for a 1-month grace period applied to your new account. Hi there, and welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'm Kendall Hagenson.
And I'm Anna Rudell. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey of creating innovative, patient-centered wellness centers.
As experienced health and wellness providers, we've seen firsthand the challenges of delivering comprehensive, holistic care to our patients.
That's why we created this podcast, to share the knowledge, strategies, and insights we've gained from our own experiences and from connecting with experts in the field.
Each episode, we'll dive into a different aspect of building and growing a successful wellness center, from developing a strong multidisciplinary team to implementing cutting-edge technologies and treatment approaches.
We'll also share practical tips, resources, and real-world examples to help you overcome common obstacles and streamline your processes.
Our goal is to empower you with the tools and confidence you need to create a thriving wellness center that truly makes a difference in your patients' lives.
So whether you're just starting out or looking to take your existing practice to the next level, you're in the right place.
Get ready to learn, grow, and be inspired. Let's create something amazing together.
Welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. Today on the show, we have Natalie Fairchild. Natalie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kendall. I'm so excited. It's been so exciting to do this with you since we got to sit down at the end of last year and talk.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting to know you the past few months, and I'm excited for our listeners to hear your story and hear all of the amazing things you're working on present day. So why don't we start there? You can tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got to be doing what you're doing today.
Yeah, so I am technically the CEO, but I'd like to call myself the Chief Inspirational Officer because I don't love titles, of Pacific Perks Coffee, LLC. And we are a mobile caterer. We specialize in espresso bar catering, that we have 10 fun services. And we became a franchise. So we're trying to get that up and going and finding those right people to join our Perks family. And so how we got started, though, is an interesting story. I was born and raised in the Portland, Oregon area. After college, I had met my husband. I call him that endearingly because we're no longer together, but we still love and respect each other. And he lived in Colorado. So I moved to Colorado and we ended up getting married, having kids. But 2 years after we got married, he was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. And, in the beginning, there was a few symptoms and it was tragic for us, a real like, oh my gosh, but we adjusted. And then we'd go through life in a new normal. And then there'd be some more changes. And that kind of kept continuing to happen. We had our girls, and it got to a point where he could no longer be in the corporate world. Like he couldn't do the 8 to 5, the
Yeah.
commute. He was exhausted. And as you know all about this, Kendall.
I do. And I've
yeah.
shared my listeners know that I have MS, unless you're a brand new listener today, but I've talked about it multiple times on the podcast.
Yeah. And so when we started talking, it was like, oh my gosh. And I loved hearing your story and why you do what you do. So I had left the corporate world and wanted to be a mom. That's all I wanted to do. And realized I loved being a mom, but I was also starting businesses. I had a design consulting business and things like that. And I needed both. And I kind of realized that I was an entrepreneur. And we ran into a friend on Valentine's Day. I remember he was getting a card for his wife. And I said, hey, we're moving. And he goes, what are you doing? What's Jim going to do for work? And I go, I don't know, but we need to make more money and work less.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a similar business. And he's like, you guys need to think about doing what we're doing. And I came home to Jim and I thought Jim is going to not, he's probably going to be like, no way. And he said, yeah, let's do it. And from that time on, we really realized at that point that we needed to move back to where my support system was, because it was the more supportive background that could help us and was hands-on. And he also, I love him for this. He also, we went back for Christmas before this happened. And he said he saw the light back in my eyes and just the happiness and contentment being around my family. And he's like, I think we should move back there, which I never thought would happen because he hated the weather. In Colorado's weather is great and whatever.
Yeah.
And so
also
from
extreme though.
Yeah, it is extreme. I've had a sunburn on a Sunday afternoon doing yard work and woke up to 8 inches of snow. No lie.
Absolutely. I mean, because
In September.
I lived there. We lived there for 3-4 years for graduate school, and I always felt like it was so good for MS symptoms in a lot of ways, but then also really exacerbated symptoms with the extreme weather at times. So
yes, exactly, because it's like the barometer or whatever is going haywire. So we came back and we started Pacific Perks here, and it was grassroots, and him and I worked together, and it was wonderful. Though I had to really figure out what my new role was, because my role completely changed. Like I was first out on events, which are usually in the morning. So my girls that were 5 and 6, dad was having to get them ready to go to school, so it's just dynamic changes. So we did that for a while, and then MS changed again about 5 years in, and it really changed, changed. And he was no longer able to take on any task that had a timeline on them. And I got some really good advice from a coach, and they said, you need to look at this business as yours, and Jim can help you when he can help you. And I was just in a pile of tears. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Well, guess what? That's life, right?
Yep.
Life twists and turns all the time. And so I had to mourn that and accept it. And then once I accepted it, I took it on and realized, wow, like this feels really, really comfortable. I feel like this is okay. This is a good thing. And so from then on, with the help of amazing team members, Tristan's pretty much he's my right-hand man and left brain, I like to say. He's been with us like almost since the very beginning, and his position's just evolved. And, with a great team around me, was able to, continue and lead and still take care of the family and that kind of thing. And so that's kind of where it was for me. As far as balance, though, kind of some hiccups is I remember a time before I had to completely take it over. I said, okay, how about I work till 3:30 and then you come to the office and maybe just process payments, do some things. One, I thought we needed to be tied to an office, which is not true.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I wanted to put my mom hat on and be there when the girls got home. And so we tried that, but it just didn't end up being a good time for him energy wise. And it just wasn't happening. And another friend said, hey, what happens at 3:30 that you can't go home and you can't deal with on the next day? And I was like, well, nothing really, but like, is that okay to do? And that's the thing. Like, the new normal is the abnormal. It's normal is what works for each one of us. And each one of us has our own recipe. And so I started taking that advice, and I literally had to like put a rubber band on my wrist and like snap it a few times, because the voice in my head would constantly be saying, hey, you should be at the office. Like, you shouldn't be here. It's not okay to be home.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to just say no, like, push it away, remind myself what my priorities were. And slowly, like, I'm talking months, slowly that voice kind of went away. And now I don't really feel guilty about ending my day at 3:30, and I still do it. My girls are 22 and 23 or 24. One just turned 24.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, balance is a huge thing for me and the catalyst of our company for sure.
And really integration. Like, our listeners have heard me talk about this idea of work-life integration rather than balance many times, because
Yeah,
it
like
sounds
that.
like that's exactly what you did out of necessity, right? And a lot of
Out
us
of
that
necessity. Yep.
have something like that going on in our life and our health, it starts out of necessity, but then it becomes like, well, this is really the healthy way to do it all around. And what a beautiful lesson that we get to learn around that you can actually integrate that. I think a lot of people try to separate work and life so much, but if we lean in and we integrate and say, well, that's okay. One's going to affect the other and the other is going to, and vice versa.
Yes.
But we can also choose and set boundaries and decide when we're not working.
Yeah, 100%. And learning how to take that time without being shaming yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing is absolutely huge. And I love that work-life integration, for sure, because the reality of it is, Kendall, is that you take the MS out of the situation. I am not a 40, 50, 60-hour work person. I just never have been.
And you
Who
shouldn't
says
be.
you need to do that,
You
right?
shouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah. Who says you need to do that? I mean,
Yeah.
I remember people going, oh, yeah, you have your own business. You must work 60 hours a week. And I kind of walk away going, crap, I don't. Should I be?
Mm-hmm.
And we just need to shift the paradigm and shift
Yeah.
the perception of what we should be doing and stop shoulding ourselves. I love that saying.
Yeah.
Because we do that, and what works for you in your recipe. Yeah, no one needs to be mandated to a desk, 8 to 5. Like, it's about being efficient. And really, with becoming a franchise, that's kind of my big why, is that I want to empower people to let them know that they can thrive and have success.
Mm-hmm.
And not be tied and running around with your head cut off. Like, that's not the franchisee I'm looking for. Like, I tell.
Well, and it's a lot of work to do, but it's bringing the right franchisee on. It's helping coach them to hire the right people to their team,
Exactly.
so that no one has to be running around, feeling frantic. So I get curious, as you built this company from scratch, and like many of us have, and our listeners are all business owners, mostly in the health and wellness space, and they are all building something from scratch. As you built your team larger and then started with franchising, what piece did that work-life balance, work-life integration, and health, like overall health of your team and your company,
Yeah.
It sounds like it was very foundational to you. If you want to speak to that a bit and how you kind of have been able to prioritize that on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, it is foundational, and it ended up creating an amazing culture. So really, it starts from the top down, right? I have salaried employees that were not taking vacation. They just didn't do that for themselves. And I said, you have to book something for yourself, whether you're staying at home or not. Like you have to. In fact, I don't have vacation rollover just for the fact that
Yep,
people need to be using it.
exactly. Use it or lose it.
Yeah, exactly. And so the perkologists are the part-time as needed employees. They get a W-2 every year. They're the ones that are front facing with our clients, go out and do the actual events. They are employees, but what we decided to do, which I gotta tell you, it can be challenging sometimes, but we have them put their availability into our system, and then the system sends them invitations for events based on their availability and seniority.
Okay.
So
Great.
so we get a lot of parents. I've got college students. I've got a flight attendant. I've got real estate agents that have a lot of time, especially in the market the last couple years. All types. People with side hustles that are trying to get something of theirs started, but they need a little something else. And it has created this amazing group of people that love their job because they're not mandated. If they want to go on a girlfriend's trip, a field trip, block out for soccer or sports or whatever it is, they can do that. And some people, when they start with me, they'll be like, I'm so sorry. I have to block myself out for this. And I'm like, this is a no guilt thing. And I really try and teach them and get them comfortable with it. Like, this is a no guilt thing. You get to live your life. And we just really appreciate them. It's the small things, Kendall. It's like seeing them and hearing them and getting to know them. And we start every meeting out with something you're celebrating.
Yep.
Or grateful for. And one, you get to hear about people and what they're doing and what they're excited. You get to see their eyes light up, and it's not another boring meeting. And then you get to know people and you get to connect, and then you can follow up with them on those things. It's just some really, really small things. And then I have employees that are admin hourly, and then I have our salary employees. And it is not about micromanaging. It's about, are we moving the ball forward? Are we accountability? We have a lot of accountability things set into place. As long as we're moving the ball forward, do your work and then enjoy your life.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Kendall, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like I'm very time wealthy.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I've mastered, last Monday I got the opportunity to go skiing on a gorgeous day. And I did.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Well, that's the dream, right? Of having your own business, is that you can be time wealthy and money wealthy.
Yes.
For a lot of people, that's their goal. But the time wealth, I feel, is so, so valuable. And I had that moment this weekend too, where I can't remember exactly what we were doing, but like the sun peeked through the clouds and I just took a deep breath. And I was like, this is freedom. This is wealth. And to be able to go, leave early today and go to a school thing for my kid and go, those types of things. And I think most of our listeners are hoping for that, or they've already created that.
Yeah.
I love what you said about starting your meetings with a win or a celebration. That's something that we do in all of our meetings as well. And I think if our listeners take one thing from today, it would even be just that. Like, try out starting your next meeting with a win or a celebration or a positive focus. We like to end some of our meetings with just like a quick round around the circle of one thing you're looking forward to. And it helps kind of, leave on a really positive note and remind people like, oh yeah, I get to go do this awesome thing. And it's not all work focused, right? It's
right.
life focus. And then we get to learn like, oh my gosh, our team member got accepted into an art show and they get to go show their art. And it's like, what? I didn't know that,
Yeah.
So those things are
I
so
know.
important.
It's interesting. And I took over a board meeting. Well, I didn't take it over. They asked me to be there.
They gave you permission.
And I was like, we're going to do something different here. And we're just going to what you're looking forward to or something you're celebrating right now.
Yeah.
And the information that came out, it was like Jean Back, who's a attorney for Schwabe. She does the dragon boat races and trains.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly, who was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do that. Like, can we connect? And, you just learn so much. And when we're in that space of joy, where we're talking about something that we're grateful for or excited about, we are so much better able to have success in so many different ways. Like,
absolutely.
When our vessel is clear of clutter, it just opens up, and our abilities and our ability to focus on our work and be more efficient just happens when we feel better. And so that's why I think people talk a lot about, gratitude journals, or, another one I love is what's working well for you.
Yep.
And that is literally reprogramming your brain that, oh, okay, things are going my way.
There's a lot going well a lot of the time.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have to intentionally remind ourselves of those things and help model and coach for our team members. Like, what if we put our focus here instead of over here on the things that aren't working? Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you had said, we both had the same medical trauma go in our life that has changed our trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say that a lot of people over the years have said, oh my gosh, you guys are so courageous to move back and start this. And, I think it's the silver lining of a situation like that makes
1,000%.
you have to do it.
You have to do it. I've been told so many times that people find me courageous or brave, I had someone in graduate school cohort tell me once, you're so brave to, because I had been telling everyone about the dream of the wellness center, and you're so brave to be starting your career now and going forward and doing this dream, when basically what she was saying is the worst, you've got some really bad stuff coming ahead of you in your life because you have a degenerate disease. She wasn't trying to be mean, but people she was trying to be complimentary, but it's yep, that could be true, and what other choice do I have? I was diagnosed when I was 20 years old. I was in undergrad, going to college, and sitting there going, well, I could participate in society and try to make the best out of it, or I could lay here and get high on narcotics all day and do nothing as a 20-year-old person. And I really wanted to participate,
So yes, it is courageous. And yes, we also had something saying it's this way or this way. Pick your heart.
Pick your heart. Exactly. And, we were in similar situations. It's well, I want to work. I want to contribute. And I cannot work for someone else. I know that I can't, and certainly not in mental health field.
Yeah.
And I know that my body will burn out really, really quickly. So I got to create something a place that I could actually work, which beautifully, creates a space where other people can work and not be overworked and underpaid. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the proudest things I have. I'm not speaking well. I'm most proud about is Pacific Perks, is that I've created that environment.
Yeah.
And for a lot of women, and we do have men, our men are growing in numbers. But I just love that I've been able to create a job for them where they do get paid well and they are spreading joy.
Right. Yeah. We hired your company to come to our holiday party, and we had chose the quesadilla bar, and you call them perkologists, is that right?
Perkologists, yes.
Your perkologist who came. It's literally spreading joy. I mean, how can you not spread joy from bringing literally like a mobile cart of food that is just a fun setup, and everyone gets to choose their own meal that they want. And then there's the perkologist, just so cheerful and just really became part of our holiday party.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Yes. It is so fun. So they love it, and they're feeling like the hero, because they're never taking money per item, which is interesting too. It's already taken care of.
It's psychological.
You're just given. Yeah, it is so psychological. You're right. And they get to live their life, and just to be able to have a crew of people that we're able to do that with, it makes me really happy. It makes me really happy. Yeah. So.
Natalie, I feel like we could chat all day. I love talking with you. You have a giveaway for our listeners, if you want to tell everyone about it.
Yes. So it's the Sweet Perks calendar, and it's 2 pages, and it goes by month, and it has all the major holidays in it, but then it has a ton of funky, fun ones. So whether you're trying to do something marketing for your company around something, or you want to do something fun for your team, it just has some ideas and different things, from Pi Day to May the 4th be with you to, the Super Bowl, which is coming up around the corner. So it's just a fun little tool that we put together. And I gave it to one gal, and she goes, "Oh my God, you just took care of our whole marketing plan." Perfect.
I love that.
Yeah. So we'll put the link in there.
We'll put the link in the show notes. And for the listeners, the reason why Natalie is so good at these little things and has all these fun ideas is because she has a really strong background in HR. And so she's bringing that as a business owner as well, which is super cool. And then you are putting on a really awesome event that we were talking about before we hopped on the recording in May in Vancouver, Washington. If you want to tell people about that.
Yeah. So it's going to be May 15th at the Kiggins Theater, which is a nostalgic, fun theater. And it's going to be called To Get Her to Laugh. And it's going to be women, a fantastic, hilarious panel of women that we are talking about everything under the sun. Someone said, "Can men come?" And I'm like, they can come, but I might reserve like the back 2 rows for them.
They might be uncomfortable.
So they can slip out when they are. But we are going to be talking about everything from perimenopause, menopause, to dating in midlife, to being married still, to kids, to everything, body changes. It's going to be so fun. And we're raising money for the Alzheimer's Association. So, which I'm on the board of. And 1 in 5 women are actually diagnosed with MS. I'm sorry, Alzheimer's.
Also MS.
Over the age of 65. So it's something that I feel like everyone's been
touched by
it.
Well, and then did you see the latest study that came out that they're saying Alzheimer's is an autoimmune disease?
I did see that. I'm going to my board meeting today. So we'll see if that, comes up and what they're saying about it. But
interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. But there's so much research being done. Yeah. There's like 164 studies being done actively right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a website or a place that people could go if they want to find more information, or if they're interested in becoming a sponsor for this event?
Yes. We are looking for $500 sponsors. They can contact me. You can put my information. We are just signing the contract. So maybe by the time this rolls out, maybe we can put something in the show notes for that as well. And you can get tickets through Kiggins Theater. So as soon as that goes live, you'll be able to buy tickets for it.
Amazing. And then if people are local here, and then I don't know if you have franchisees in other states and things, but if people want to have Pacific Perks come to their company, how do they find you? What's the best place for them to go to?
Our website is pacificperkscoffee.com. So, and we're also in Bend in the Willamette Valley here in the Pacific Northwest, and hopes to be in other places soon. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
Natalie, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you so much, Kendall. I admire you and just love what you've built.
Thank you. You're so sweet. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. We hope you found the episode insightful and helpful.
Remember to visit our website at wellnesscentercreators.com for show notes, additional episodes, and more resources to help you on your wellness center journey.
We always love hearing from our listeners. Your feedback, questions, and experiences are invaluable to us and help us shape the content we create.
So please don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime. You can contact us through our website or via social media. We're here to support you.
If you know someone who could benefit from the information and insights shared on this podcast, please take a moment to share the show with them. Together, we can help more health and wellness professionals create thriving practices.
Thank you again for tuning in and for being part of a Wellness Center Creators community. Your dedication to providing exceptional patient care is truly inspiring.
We can't wait to share more with you in the next episode. Until then, keep creating, innovating, and making a difference in your patients' lives. See you next time on the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.